So just a little synopsis of what happened here and what's gone on through the years. So I'm going to take you back to 1965, and this was a vacant lot right here. And some of you might remember, if you're that old, that they used to sell Christmas trees here. And this lot was purchased by Clarence Czar prior to that. And Clarence Czar actually ran a company that was called E.H. Savage Real Estate Company. They're one of the top real estate companies in West Seattle. Back then, there were 6 real estate offices right here on this corner, 5 across the street, and then us right here. So in 1965, he started to build this building, which you might have been able to see the picture over here. Was a vacant lot. He retired 2 years earlier. He was bored with retirement, and he said, he was my wife's stepfather. That's my connection. He said, I think I might start a real estate company. Do you want to work there? And I said, well, I might. I've already invested in some real estate. I knew other real estate people. I used to be really shy, so I used to tell my wife, when I come to pick you up, I'm going to be there at 6, be ready to go, and I'll walk in and say hi, and then we would leave. So I didn't know a lot about Clarence Czar, but I learned from other real estate brokers that he was a top-notch guy, one of the best and honest people in West Seattle. So he decided that he was going to build this real estate office, and he said, just because you're a shirt-tail relative, don't expect any favors. So I remembered that since 1965. And so he did build that building, and the first day we opened up, Blackstock Lumber built it, and we opened up February 12th, 1966. And from that day on, it was a real estate company. It was Clarence Czar Real Estate, and I took over in 79. I was part owner previous to that, and Clarence passed away in 78. I waited a year to decide if I wanted to have to work that hard and run the company. So I started in 79, and then in 85, we became ERA Real Estate. And it was ERA Real Estate until 2003, when we became Keller Williams Real Estate. And we were here until Brad kicked us all out and was going to start building a building. I don't mean Brad, I mean Brad. Both of them. And so Keller Williams is now the other end of between here and Morgan Street. So we started with one tenant here, and that was Steve Athens. So if you remember Steve Athens, the tailor, he had a suit shop, and he was here at first in 1966, and then later on moved down into the Junction 2 blocks down. And we had various tenants here, and we had Transamerica Title, had one of their escrow companies here, and then we took over the whole thing in 85. I purchased that property next door from Ron Turner. If some of you remember Ron Turner, he was a big real estate person in West Seattle. He had 5 offices, he had a big operation, and that started out, that building was built in the late 50s, so when we opened this up, there was a donut shop, a cafe, and then Seattle City Light, and that's where you do your light bills. So they were here for many years, and then Ron Turner took it over and had his escrow company there, and then I bought it from Ron in the late 80s. So Ron owned several properties across the street, and he used to talk about how he was going to build Turner Tower there, and I said, well, maybe I'll just build the Bianchi Czar building here, and now it's coming to be. So I want to thank you guys. This is an exciting day to finally see the ground broke on the project. So I think that kind of gives you a little background of what was here before.